Welcome to Talking Through the Media's entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I'm Joy Fagan, and this is the show where we analyze trending topics and examine the why behind social media reactions. Tonight, we're diving into the concept of TVQ and actors whose TVQ dropped, the Minecraft movie's record-breaking success, and revisiting the Star Wars Toxicfandom issue that John Boyega called out. All that and more on this episode of Talking Through the Medias.
T3 Media.
Well, prepare yourself, guys. This is Talking Through the Medias, your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I am your host, Chris Fagan, and joining me today, as always, is, let me make sure I get this right, Joy Fagan. How you doing, babe?
Hey.
Guys, like it was said earlier in the show, we're going to go through our topics of the week, and I want you to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification so you don't miss out on any of the live shows when we are live. Follow us on all social medias. Hit us up on any of your favorite podcast providers of choice. We are available at T3 Media Studios. And just let us know what you guys want to talk about as far as these topics that we're going to talk about tonight, or any other topics that you want to talk about. Hit us up on the live chat and just send us your thoughts and comments or questions. If you want to support the channel, you can always do that by becoming a member or by just donating and sending a super chat or donation question here on the live chat or at streamlabs.com/T3 Media Studio/tips. And we'll give you a shout out during the show, during the We Got Your Mail portion of the show. Sorry about the delays. This episode has been so delayed so many times. And I apologize for that. I had to do a lot of changes. We went through a bunch of trials and tribulations. Some crazy things was going on here. But I wanted to do, this is like a pickup show. But babe, how you doing, babe?
I'm good.
You good? Are we good? We're good with the mic? We have our new mic.
I don't know.
System set up,
and
I just hope if you guys can let me know if the sound is too low, too high, whatever is going on. I've got a new setup going on right here, as you guys can probably tell. So just let us know what's going on in the chat and just say, hey, Chris, we can't hear you, or hey, Chris, too loud, too low, whatever you guys got to say as we're talking about these topics. So without all that out the way, let's get into let's get right into the show. What do we got first on the show?
We have, let's see,
the rundown. Right?
the rundown, and we have a clip to start off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, all right, guys, check this out. All right, we'll start off with the rundown. Check this out. This is something I want to share with you guys. Hopefully, I have it. Do I have it queued up? Let's see if I got it.
What the f*** is happening to my character? I mean, every week she's getting bitchier and more desperate. Who thinks this is funny?
Yeah, you better fix this shit. Because your fucked up life is fucking up my show. Ratings are going down, my personal TVQ is going down. And worst of all, Seth, the quality of my babes is going down.
Oh, sorry about that. I forgot to turn my mic back on. Guys, when Jason Bateman was in the comedy Love Stinks, that line that he said, it always tickled me. It was always funny when he said, the quality of my babes is going down. My personal TVQ is going down. It was something he said in the movie Love Stinks, 1999, with starring Fritz Stewart. But I'm going to start saying now starring Fritz Stewart and Jason Bateman, since everybody loves Jason Bateman. But the TVQ, the reference that was made to TVQ in the television industry, TVQ is a metric used to, let's see what it says, measure the popularity and the appeal of a personality, brand, or a show. It essentially qualifies how well liked and recognized someone or something is. Therefore, when his character says his TVQ is going down, he means that his perceived popularity or liability is decreasing. It's important to note that while TVQ is a real industry term, its use in the movie is for comedic effect, applying it to personal, general social standing. So I wanted to talk about TVQs and actors. I do a rundown of actors whose TVQ went down after certain scandals or certain movies. Certain, like, was it the scripts that did it? Was it the movie that did it? Things like that. I wanted to talk about actors' personal. While I fix the camera over here, I want to talk about some actors' personal TV cues that went down. And I want to run down that real quick. So, baby, why don't you help me run down these TV cues real quick as I get everything set up here. I forgot to let me stall for a second. So, because you remember that you ever watch the whole Love Stinks with Me? I think I forced you. I think I forced you to watch that movie.
Because we all know that is one of your favorites.
Yeah. I think I forced you to watch that with me, right? It was like I wasn't gonna marry her unless I knew she liked that damn movie. But the personal TV cue. Okay, do I have it set up right here? All right, let me see if I do. Right here. No, I don't. I started everything over and I forgot to reset it. There we go. Starting with what you got first, babe?
Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch.
And his leading role in John Carter significantly impacted his potential as a leading man.
Did you ever see?
I don't even know who that is.
Well,
I know this movie, yes.
You saw? Did you ever see John Carter of Mars? You didn't watch that one?
On Mars?
I'm sorry. The movie was just called John Carter. But that was what the movie should have been called, John Carter of Mars. That's what the book was called.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why the movie didn't do so well because it was. I don't know. Anyway, but we talked about him before. Remember when I said that Channing Tatum wasn't the first person to play Gambit? I think it was him.
Oh, okay.
He was Gambit. He played Gambit in the Wolverine movie. But yeah, John Carter did not do so well, man. And that movie was amazing. The effects, the story, everything, it was great. But yeah, his I believe. And now let me give a little side note here, guys. Everybody that we're about to list tonight, their careers are not like totally destroyed. Some of these actors have had comebacks, and some of these actors are doing well in other mediums, or the shows, or things like that. But there was a time when their personal TV queue went down based on certain projects, and for Taylor Kitsch, it was John Carter. But the book was called John Carter of Mars. That was one of the criticisms. They should have called it John Carter of Mars, but I think the studio didn't think that it was a good title, so they just called it John Carter. But John Carter, that could be anything. You hear the name John Carter. It was a movie called John Carter. What's it about? Was the confusion. What's it about? John Carter. It's a drama. It's a romance. What is it? It's Jerry Maguire. What is it? It doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. But John Carter of Mars, it tells you what it is. But anyway, movie was great. Movie flopped, and his personal TV queue went down. But I think he's doing good now. Run it down real quick. Who's next? Who you got?
Army Hammer.
The Sham Hammer. Yeah, we all know why why his personal TBQ went down. He was eating or allegedly threatening to eat
cannibalism.
People. Yeah, and I think I talked to Tabitha about this, but recently he came back up in the news. Talking about like his sexuality and all that and stuff, and it was like, I forgot the exact statement that he made, but it was clear pandering, and I was like, when all else fails, because what he said was like, I'm a part of this community and I feel like that's why I'm being attacked, and then he started saying stuff about that group, but I don't know if he was saying he was bisexual or something. I don't know. I forgot what he said, but I remember tweeting about it saying like, when all else fails, claim that you're a part of a certain community, then insult that same community in the same sentence. It was weird. I don't know what his problem is, but it was not a good look. So I think his personal TVQ went down further. All right, who's next?
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. We all know, we all know why her TVQ went down. TVQ down because down the trial with Johnny Depp, going back and forth. And I think she said that recently. I think she said she's retiring from acting. I think she tried to have a little comeback by trying to be one of Elon Musk's harems or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what she was trying to be.
I don't want to be associated with that either.
She was trying to be one of his baby mamas, trying to get on that gravy train, but it didn't work out for and everything. So we all know why that TVQ went down. Who was next?
Hayden Christensen and his role in Star Wars prequel trilogy negatively impacted him for a period of time.
His career was hit so hard. Also, not the only actor from the prequel series that when like the young man who played Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, he went through a very dark time in his life. Hayden Christensen, the young little boy who well, he's not a young boy anymore, but the boy who played Anakin as a kid. Yeah, a lot of toxicity, man. If I swear, if the internet existed or social media existed the way it did does today back then, oh man, it probably would have been 10 times worse in the hate. But yeah. But basically, yeah, unaliving those younglings is why his TVQ went down. But yeah, that was real bad for Hayden. What was the next one?
Jamie Kennedy.
From the Jamie Kennedy Experience. Okay, come on, his TV. Yes, yeah.
I was gonna say I don't know that it was just the Son of the Mask. I think he had several projects that didn't go over.
Well, that's why I said that his TVQ met the same fate that Randy made. That's why I wrote that down in the lower third. I mean, he's looking kind of rough. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with his image consultant right there, but he looks like his TVQ is looking like it's gone to hell. But yeah, I'm surprised that I'm hoping that he'll get a call for Scream. I mean, he on part 3, his character had the foresight to make a tape about if I don't make it, this, blah, blah, and give Sydney some advice. I'm hoping, like you said, like I said before, my theory is that I feel like Ghostface should use AI, and then with AI, you could bring back past victims with fake videos and stuff like that and fake phone calls. I think that would be brilliant, but that's one way to bring back Randy. Bring back Randy. Hashtag bring back Randy. All right. What do we have next on the list?
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan on Freaky Friday TVQ comeback queen. Are you looking for? Okay, so it was what that her reasons for her TVQ going down, her popularity.
Hers was a lot of. I don't know that it was movies so much. It was outside. It was the kind of like the Britney Spears decisions. She had lots of under the influence of drugs and drunk drive. I think she had a lot of bad decisions in her personal life that really made people just stay away.
Yeah.
And she made some attempts that again didn't stick because she wasn't okay still. Now she's finally in a really good place in her life, and so now her career's on is doing much better.
If you had to guess, what do you think? Will Freaky Friday be a TVQ rise? Will it be a comeback for her career, or do you think she'll find like a steady, do you think she'll ever get back to the level of fame that she was in her prime? Or
I don't know about that
Mean
same
Girls
level, but I don't know about that. But I mean, I definitely, I feel like I want to see this movie.
Yeah,
I loved
the
first one, and I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'm anxious to see them together again. I'm hopeful that it will be a good movie.
Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think? Do you think Lindsay? That's a good one. On any of the ones that we were discussing, or give me some names that you want to add whose TVQ has gone down. Who else did we have on the list? Was that
Brandon Routh?
Brandon Routh. This is a personal one for me. I'm sorry.
For me,
the when he stepped into the role playing an extended story of Christopher Reeve's Superman. He was technically in Superman Returns. He was technically Christopher Reeve's Kal-El, but for whatever reason, it did not do that great for his career. And somehow, some weird way, simultaneously, him being tied to Superman, he was affected by the curse. But but in a way, it still kept him in the game. You might see his face and recognize him as that guy that keeps coming up as that racist cop on this show that you don't know that keeps popping up in your YouTube or TikTok feed. It's weird. And you're like, what show is this? And people are purposely telling you the wrong show in the comments section. But no, this is Brandon Routh. He played Superman. And I still don't know what show that is. I keep seeing him as this racist cop clips on TikTok, and I still don't know what show that is because nobody will give me the answers. Guys, let me know in the chat. But Brandon Routh got to play this character, and it wasn't well received. And then he got to play it again in the World Crisis event on the CW, and it was pretty awesome. So I'm hoping that his career. I feel like he's had a steady career. His TVQ went down, but he's had a pretty good career. So I'm looking forward to seeing more from him, and I'm hoping that the curse of wearing the Superman cape won't affect him negatively moving forward, because he seems happy and he seems like he's doing good. And I like everything that I see from him so far. Who else do we have on?
Mr. Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah.
And old Gigli, and how it just.
When was the moment when their TVQ went down? I mean, well for him it was alcoholism that.
Well,
was
I mean,
really the
Gigli
problem.
was awful, and
Geely? You mean Geely? Yeah, Geely. Yeah.
That because he had done movies before that people loved.
Yeah.
Him and Matt
He was
Damon.
an Oscar winner.
Yeah. That movie comes out and everybody's like, what the hell is that? And so, of course, then it sparked, I mean, that's one of the reasons why when they said he was going to be Batman, people went, no, don't do that to Batman, please.
It was stupid how that was the one thing that they focused on for why Batman was going to suck because of Geely. Made no sense. Like as if the movie The Town didn't exist. Anyway.
But then, he did well, but then, then his drinking kind of derailed him again.
It's funny to me how her playing Elektra was also a thing that was listed as why her TVQ went down. That's what comes up a lot but for some reason Ben Affleck's Daredevil. I mean, wasn't. But it's because the spinoff, the standalone Elektra movie was so bad. Even in early 2000 comic book movie standards, it was so bad. But I like the fact that she was able to. I mean, she's fine. Her career is fine. She's established. Him and Ben. Her and Ben don't have to work another day in their life. They're fine. They don't have to act anymore. They're great. They're gonna be fine. As far as their fame and all that stuff, it doesn't matter. I mean, look what happened. Look at the pop that she got when she walked out around that corner during Deadpool and Wolverine. Even a movie that people hated. The fact that she was able to pull out that joke where Daredevil, he got unalive, and she was like, eh. She, like after the divorce, so it was funny. So there's being able to make jokes about it and stuff. It was kind of I guess therapeutic in my opinion. All right, what's next?
Mike Myers, and The Love Guru was poorly received.
Yeah,
but I think.
Did you ever see The Love Guru?
I've seen, yes. I mean, many moons ago, but I think some of that was that type of movie was on its way out.
Yeah.
It had been him playing that type of character. He had done it so many times, and that style of movie was just on its way out the door.
And the way it was executed wasn't as great as
because now that it's
Austin
been
Powers
so
and stuff,
long removed, and he hasn't done a lot of stuff. Now we've got nostalgia factor, so people seeing him pop up now doing things, people are like, I'd really like to see him do something like that again. Like they're kind of ready. All right, we've had enough of a break. We'd like to see him do something like that again.
Seeing him pop up in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie was a surprise to a lot of people. He was playing a producer, the producer of Queen, and it was so. And now seeing him lately in Saturday Night Live again. But Love Guru broke him when that movie was not well received. It crushed his spirit, and he pulled out of the game for a minute. And but it's good to see that he's coming back, and I hope that means an Austin Powers movie in the future. Is that the last one?
Yes, that was the last one.
That was the last one. All right, guys. Yeah. So actors' personal TVQ, their popularity, their standing in Hollywood. Let me know what you guys think. What actor do you want to throw in the list? Whose personal TVQ went down? Whose quality of babes was suffered because of it? And let me know in the box below, and we'll talk about it some other time. All right, guys. All right, let's move on to. There's another segment that we have going on. What do we?
5 reasons the Minecraft movie is becoming a record-breaking box office success.
I was shocked. I recently saw the Minecraft movie. I'll do a reaction to it after this show. I'll do it real quick, but I won't do that now. I'll give you my thoughts. My kids gave me a little homework assignment and told me what they thought about the movie. But this movie was not that great. But there was so many moments where it was phenomenal. It was here and there. It was a type of movie where I was like, oh my goodness, is it over yet? This is boring. This is killing me. And then something else would happen where I was dying. Like I was like, oh my God. I was like, so I wasn't surprised after walking out when I found out that it crushed at the box office, and it's so weird. I think this is gonna accidentally play the thing again, but.
What the f is happening to my character? I mean, every week she's getting bitchier and more desperate. Who thinks this is funny?
This is not. Hold on one second.
Yeah, you better fix this shit. Because you're...
Sorry about that. All right, sorry about that. Yeah. So I want to get on this, the 5 reasons why this movie has been crushing. It was such a shock that, I mean, Hollywood... Not only Hollywood, I think who produced this one? Warner Brothers. They needed this to be a success, and there was nothing about this movie when I saw it that was going to tell me that this was going to be a success, and it's crushing. This movie is on a path to probably make $1 billion. It can make $1 billion, and it. I'm not gonna say it doesn't deserve it. I'm just shocked that this is one of those movies where it feels like the generations of Minecraft players.
I was going to say, I'm not into Minecraft, but it's such a huge thing of Minecraft that it doesn't surprise me.
So yeah, so this came in from
Minecraft is huge and has been for
a long time. That's why I said generations. So,
my kids were playing that and they're grown up now.
And my kids, are currently. So it's weird. But from Variety, it says the 5 reasons a Minecraft movie became a record-breaking box office success. I'll start off with this and I'll get to those 5 reasons real quick. Could you hear the collective sigh of relief across Hollywood? After a dismal start of 2025, the box office has finally, at long last, started to exhibit signs of life. Thanks to the blockbuster success of Minecraft movie, a PG action comedy starring Jack Black and Jason Momoa. The film Warner Brothers and Legendary's big screen take on the popular video game has obliterated expectations by opening to 163 million domestically. I think that they thought that this movie was going to come in under 100 million. And 313 million globally. Those ticket sales rank as the biggest debut of the year, as well as the best history for a game to film adaptation. So, 5 reasons why this has happened. Let's just go down the line real quick. All audience appeal. Is Jack Black the secret sauce for game to screen adaptations? After all, he played Professor Shelley Obero in 2017's Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle and 2019's Jumanji: The Next Level, and voiced Bowser in Super Mario Brothers movie before channeling the expert craft called Steve in Minecraft. He was also Claptrap in last year's flop Borderlands. So maybe don't give this theory too much weight. That's funny. Whether the driving force, it wasn't just video game buff, but general audiences too, who turned out in force for a Minecraft movie. Making a film that's so universally appealing was the difference between mere success and unmitigated sensation. With sustained excitement and repeat viewing, Minecraft could be the year's first $1 billion blockbuster for 2025. Next thing, number 2. marketing tie-in galore, and you thought Barbie had a lot of product integration. For a Minecraft movie, Warner Brothers worked with a whopping 45 brands, including McDonald's, Doritos, and Oreos, to sell all kinds of people on the video game adaptation. That's weird. I didn't notice much advertisement. I mean, usually when an ad hits me, it's because a YouTube ad or something would pop in. But did you notice much marketing?
Well, I mean, was this marketing in the movie? Did you see a?
I couldn't tell. I don't know about the product. I'm sure it was the product placement, maybe, but I didn't notice it. I just even reading those.
I know that I have seen a lot of Minecraft stuff lately. So
you noticed a little bit,
but I couldn't tell you which brands. But yes, I have seen a lot of Minecraft on products at the store. Just I can't name to you which ones I saw, but yes, I've seen it kind of everywhere.
Number 3, pent-up demand. After disaster and disappointments of all shapes and sizes from franchise fairs like Captain America: Brave New World and Snow White, the original the original swings such as Mikey 17 and the Alto Night. I don't know what that is. The box office was desperate for a hit. Enter Minecraft, which explored in popularity in part because there's been absolutely nothing enticing on the big screen for months. Of course, Warner Brothers didn't know that would be the case when the studio dated the movie a few years ago. However, Goldstein's distribution team strategically positioned the movie to open ahead of spring break when plenty of kids have time off from school. So that could be a reason why. Number 4, video game boom. At one point, successful mining a video game for theatrical was more difficult than procuring an Elder Dragon egg, whatever reference that means. I think my son talked about the Ender Dragon egg. Okay. That's why even though Minecraft was based on one of the best-selling games in history, it didn't mean the film version was preordained for blockbuster status. Let's not forget, video game adaptations more often than not have all been trash, but only in recent history, The Last of Us, Mario, these movies are starting, Sonic, these movies are starting to do well. So it makes sense that, I mean, there's a video game boom, because just like with comic book movies, that when quality writers start putting quality work in these genres, you can see the difference. And I feel like that's what's happening nowadays. And it's like the Hollywood isn't like thumbing their nose up at comic book movies or at video game movies. So now we're getting better quality outcomes. Number 5, social media supernova. Does the phrase chicken jockey mean anything to you? No, it does not. If the answer is no, then congratulations, because you likely don't lose half your day to mindless scrolling on TikTok. Well, allow us to explain. Viral videos have been circulating online of people ranking the movie's best line. I yearned for the mines is among the favorite, and moviegoers erupting into spontaneous cheers and hollering over some particular silly scenes, like when a Black and Momoa's character face off in a boxing ring against a baby zombie riding a wacky bird, allowing the chicken jockey to commence. Such trends like gentle minions from Minions: The Rise of Gru, where moviegoers filmed themselves wearing suits to the multiplex, have stoked positive word of mouth after taking off organically. Okay, so I mean,
so did the kids overall like it or not like it?
They overall liked it.
It was a mixed bag for them.
It was more like than. There was some criticisms, and I'll get into that later on after the show when I sit down and across the way and do my review. But it was a mixed bag. I'll give them that. But they overall liked it. I think they would give it a positive score overall. But there you have it, guys. There's the 5 reasons why Variety says that the Minecraft movie is crushing. What do you guys think? Are you going to go check out Minecraft? Do you think this is going to be another or the first $1 billion movie of 2025? Let me know your thoughts, and let's talk about it later, guys. All right. we're gonna take a second because I said between the rundown and why is that trending, I'm just gonna start doing ad breaks, and I'm gonna incorporate that. So I came up with an ad break or a little quick ad break, but I don't think I have it. So I'm gonna play this. It's gonna be a 1 minute break. Go take some time to go take a bathroom break, whatever you want to think about, whatever questions you want to ask, all that stuff. 1 minute, we'll be right back, but we're going to take a few 60 seconds and we'll be right back after this. So check this out, guys. So, sorry, I forgot to unmute the mic again. I said, so there'll be, in the ad break, there'll be something there. There'll be either something that advertising something we're going to be doing in the future, something we've done in the past, or maybe if there's a sponsor, we'll play that there. But that ad break is going to be in place to give us a chance to go from Studio A, where we're at right now, to Studio B, where we're going to mostly be in the lounge is what I call it, where we sit at the chairs and we do our reviews or we talk about why is that trending. That's going to be the space where we do the why is that trending segment, where we go deeper into those topics and or we do reviews or reactions and things like that. That's where we're going to be sitting. But since I did not have time, like I said, it's been a hectic week. I didn't have time to set that all up, and so we're just going to do it from here. But for why is that trending, babe? What do we have? What for the topic for why is that trending?
We are revisiting our Why Is That Trending segment, focusing on Star Wars toxic fandom problem as called out by John Boyega. For context, John Boyega's recent comments about racism within the Star Wars fandom have ignited a firestorm, revealing deep-seated issues within the community.
That's putting it lightly. So John Boyega basically called out all the freaks and framers and all those guys and was like, yeah, y'all seem to have a lot of smoke for the women, the people of color, the this and that, and he wasn't wrong. And here's why he wasn't wrong. Because those same people that he was mentioned, that he didn't name, but everybody knew the types of channels that he's talking about, were the ones to attack. It's that thing where people want to be victims. These are the type of people that call everybody else snowflakes, but they want to be victims so bad. They say everybody else is doing identity politics, but yet they feel like after all the negative, nasty, and racial things that they have said about people in Hollywood or in general, these are the same guys who will be flabbergasted and pearl clutching when they're called out for it or if they're called racist. It's as if the worst thing is as if me being called the N-word is second or third or fourth in line to them being called racist. That's the worst thing in the world you can call me. No, it's not. It's like, and it's funny because, but anyway, but we'll get into some of these clowns. So for what we do here now on this channel for Why Is That Trending, we'll get into like the analytics of the comparisons of the coverage and media of what's been going down. So social media analysis, the reaction from YouTubers like Yellow Flash 2, Nerdrotics Daily, and Star Wars Theory demonstrates a disturbing pattern of denial and aggression, highlighting a significant problem within the Star Wars online community. I'm gonna start off with the first one. What I say, the first person here, baby. If you don't mind, read, I'm gonna put it up on. But could you read me the first one real quick? Right
Yellow Flash 2.
A channel that I've never heard of before, but you know I don't watch them. But Yellow Flash 2, his rhetoric focused. I watched some of what he had to say. So his rhetoric focused on. I'm reading from my homework here, by the way, guys. His rhetoric focused on dismissing Boyega's concerns by framing them as attention-seeking behavior. He minimized the impact of racist harassment by shifting blame on Disney writing. He used dismissive language towards the actor and fans who disagreed with his views, which is what do they call it? Parts of the course. What do they call that? What's that? It's business as usual is what I'm gonna call it for channels like his, where. I mean, look right next. That's what I have right here on the lower third. Look at the lower third. Look what I got right here next to it. Look. I did the same thing for that Mecha Random 42 person. It's the same template. The big bold white, and then with the red letters on the left side of the thumbnail, and then the picture of the target with the mean eyes and whatever, the glowing eyes and stuff. And it's always the same. Whenever and his channel is just like all the rest of them. Whenever they're a dog with a bone, then the next 5 to 10 to 20 videos is that one topic. They will constantly, and I got to give it to these fans that follow this type of conversation. They're loyal to it. They will, and they call everybody else shill. You support Disney and you're a Disney shill, but they'll shill out $5 donations, $10 donations, and hell yeah, and the people say I'm jealous. Hell yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I'm mad. Why can't the real fans on this side of the aisle be that loyal? And why do I have to make Chris Hemsworth cry using my words like the way these people do? Captain Marvel, these types of guys, and they get $5 donations here, $10 donation there for saying the same old knock jokes every day. And just like I said about Mecha Random 42, where they and then when you call them out, then they get all pearl clutching. They have to build their little, fortress of solitude of personal emotional safety behind a wall of Legos. They stack up their Legos and like, no, talk about me. You're being mean. But yet they can say whatever they want. I mean, it's like I said, it's business as usual. Anyway, that's my rant on that dude. But that guy. Who else was on on this?
Nerdrotic.
Nerdrotic. This guy here, man. I mean, Bushwhacker B-Made is what I'm gonna call him out. Like I said, look at the template. Look at the thumbnail. I said that these type of people, these types of channels, they have a ceiling. They only hit a certain number of subscribers, but in recent years, they've surpassed that number. Now these guys are getting to 1 million subscribers now. Thank you, Elon Musk, with your channel bots, because that's what these guys are buying. Because anytime you bring these guys' names up on social media, within seconds, there's a manifesto comic that's coming. You guys are all buying bots. You're soft. B-made bot buying bitches. Okay, Nerdrotic. Okay, so this channel employs aggressive and often vulgar language to attack Boyega's credibility. He actively dismisses the reality of racism within the fandom. He also uses homophobic slurs during the discussion, during his rant. So, way to go, genius. While giving a perfect example in that video you gave, when those 6, 7, 8 videos. Look at all the Snow White content he does, and those 6, 7 videos on the same knock joke where you stack up your little Legos and look at it, oh God, I'm the real fan because I'm a nerd. I got glasses. They're my logo. I'm real. Soft ass. Anyway. He's like, you know the term keyboard warrior? Have you heard that? Have you heard that term? Yeah. Would never say it in Boyega's face. Never. Never say it in his face. Yes, I would, because you liberals won't do shit. Yeah, all right. Still sitting there. His lights are brighter than ours. His budget, he's got a whole, this dude's live in a studio audience. This dude's got a whole crew. And they talk as if I'm the real fans, man. Why do they keep blocking us? This is an agenda. Yeah, all right, whatever. And then I saved the best for last. Nerdraughtic, I can honestly say this, and everybody who let's let this one go viral on TikTok. If you put your hands up, say something in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this. I have never ever watched more than 2 minutes of content from this bottom feeder. This dude is, I wouldn't even call him trash. I won't call him trash because that's insulting to trash. Okay, who's next? Who's that?
Star Wars Theory.
This bitch, right? Oh, sorry, that's Jamie Kennedy. That's another bitch. My bad. I pulled the wrong image. This bitch, right here. I'm gonna say it again for the umpteenth time. Ever since this guy did a reaction to Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, the Force Awakens. Ever since he did that reaction to The Force Awakens and cried emotion, he had a real Star Wars fan moment. His channel was all about, he calls himself Star Wars Theory, because he would create these like what if scenario. What if Anakin didn't turn to the dark side? What if Luke was able to save Darth Vader and he didn't die at the end? And he'd create these stories. Then he did a reaction to The Force Awakens and got bullied online. And he decided that
became his
that became his origin story. He decided to he went straight Joker and was like, you're not gonna make fun of me anymore. I'm gonna become you can't call me woke. I'm gonna become the most anti-woke or whatever the hell, I'm gonna become all the red pills, all the red pills. That's what he did. He decided to do that. He was like, I'm going to take all the red pills and be the biggest man in the world. And he decided that's what he was going to do with his life. To the point where it's like, what the hell happened to this dude? And I'll give him props. I mean, like the dude. I mean, it's funny though, because every thumbnail he creates for himself, he looks constipated. Why do you keep watching Star Wars when it just backs you up like this so much? Look at his face. This dude looks like he should stop eating carbs. What is wrong with this guy? Like his face is like, for one, his face doesn't match his outfit, and his whole attitude is based on just being so soft. It's like it does not make sense. But this guy attempted to describe Boyega's experiences by framing them as a personal vendetta against Disney. He minimized the impact of racist harassment. He also attempted to claim that the fans were more supportive of the actor than the white female lead of the films. His collective defensive stance and aggressive rhetoric contribute significantly to the toxic environment that Boyega and the other actors have faced. You're exactly what Boyega was talking about. And you know it. And you didn't start off like this. I used to follow that channel. You did not start off like that at all. But ever since they called you out and teased you for crying, which was an awesome moment, he had a pure fan moment for us getting Star Wars after so many years and with The Force Awakens. And because and they reminded me, they're not gonna bully me. No, only I will be the one who will do the bullying. That's what he did. That's what he decided to do with his life. Because they teased you, because of your reaction. You know how many times I get called the N-word in my comment section? You know how many times I get talked about? I mean, hey, I don't have as many followers as you did back then, and I have what you do now, and I'm sure that the level of teasing and bullying and on online, but I guess because we're Generation X and we're from a whole new generation. We're from that generation. When people used to do those yo mama jokes and right in your face. I don't give a.
Or you wanted to hurt it. That the whole point of those was to hurt somebody bad, because then you knew you did a good roast. Yeah. Like burn. And this dude, and that was his reaction to it. They talked about him for crying from he had a real moment. And then all of a sudden he's like, no, I'm not like that. Give me those red pills. Double fisting it. All the red pills, give it to me. I'll put it all in my throat. Pause. I mean, that's what he did. He deep throated the red pill. And and he loved it. And he was like, I am the one who will bully. And he changed his whole identity to pander to the bullies because he was afraid of being bullied. He needs fucking therapy. I will not be bullied. I will be the bully. Anyway, but I see the comments on it. I'll get to it on we got your mail, but the media reaction on this, I continued on. While some mainstream outlets have reported on the controversy, the loudest voices online are those of the fandom menace. The the same, business as usual. The fandom menace YouTubers. These individuals use their platforms to spread misinformation and perpetuate harmful narratives. It includes it's crucial to hold these individuals accountable for their role in creating and perpetuating toxic fandom. Let's analyze it. Video analysts. The provided YouTubers transcripts reveal a pattern of denial, defection, and aggression rhetoric. They attempt to discredit Boyega's experiences and shift the blame onto Disney. The anger shown in these videos is meant to intimidate. So what's the cultural impact? The behavior of the fandom menace casts a dark shadow over the Star Wars community. This is a perfect example of toxic fandom. The situation underscores the urgent needs to change within the Star Wars fandom. It's time to call out toxic behavior and demand accountability. The actions of these YouTubers are a perfect example of why actors are afraid to speak out. And there are directors who won't even take Star Wars gigs anymore because of these dick clowns. This situation shows that representation matters. Everything is woke. Media literacy. It's essential to recognize and challenge toxic narratives. The YouTubers in these situations are examples of toxic voices. Critically evaluate the information you consume online.
These YouTubers, specifically, these three, are influencers and should be held accountable for their words. There was one guy from Geeks and Gamers. I mean, he goes around making George Floyd comments and stuff like that. I mean, just for no reason at all, just because he felt like it. And what's his initials are RK. I forgot what the scene was, but he's on Geeks and Gamers. I forgot his name. Ryan something. Ryan Kennel, I think. Ryan Kennel. Bitchmade is what I call him. But it's the same knock joke every time. And it's profitable. It's crazy how much I'm so thankful for any donation that I get. I will not do any of that shit, even with a guarantee. You're gonna get $30, $50, $100, $500 from your next show. You just do that. No, I have a day job. I'll work. I'll get a second job before I do that shit. And these people have to become these characters that they've created online. Fuck that. I'm not doing that stuff. These are losers. And they know for a fact that Boyega was telling the truth. And they proved it in real time with their reactions. How crazy is that? Anyway, before I move on to We Got Your Mail, anything else that you want to add to that? Nothing? All right. Let's go to We Got Your Mail. We Got Your Mail is a part of the show where we go through your live chats and stuff like that. Like I said, this show was pushed and we needed to do this a long time ago, and we're not too many people talking on it. So we only got one comment going on right now. Tony Robinson says, I guess was this about Star Wars Theory? Mm-hmm. Tony Robinson says about Star Wars Theory, he looks like a struggling music teacher. Hold on, wait, what? No, let me go back. He's like, okay. In this picture right here, it's like the third grade orchestra band is trying to play the Star Spangled Banner. And he's like, what the fuck is Frank doing with the French? Oh, God, come on. That's not, what is it? What did he say on What was that? What was that movie with J.K. Rowling? That's not quite my tempo. That's not quite my tempo. He looks like a struggling music teacher. That's it. That's the personality right there. That's the persona right there. Every time I hear the Imperial March on the Star Wars movie, I'm gonna think about this guy, and the guy on the tuba fucks it up, and then he's the conductor. He's like, God fucking damn it, Dave! You fucked it up again. You fucked up. You ruined Star Wars for me. Yeah. That's exactly what this dude is. This dude looks like a retired struggling music teacher. No, he looks like he came up with his own folk album that went wood in the billboards or whatever. I mean, and he's like now he's just, I don't know. This, oh my God, that's funny as hell. A struggling music teacher. That's exactly what he looks like. You're like, oh God, oh, this song did not need more cowbell. Let's look at this. That's the sound he looks like he's making. You're gonna give that girl a lightsaber? Not a girl. Anyway. Guys, let us know what you guys think about any of these topics that we talked about. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat. Thank you guys sorry that it took so long to get back on track. Hopefully we've had a lot of issues in the past, and we've been trying to overcome like technical issues, trying to get the studio back up and running and stuff. It's been crazy. what's been going on lately. I don't even know what page I'm on right now. I'm totally out of the loop here. Where am I at? Coaching back right here. So that's all the time we have for today, guys. Thank you for joining us here. Thank you, Joy, for helping me out with this episode. Sorry, I went over time again. I was supposed to be a tight 30. I need to get that timer up on that wall so bad. Baby, if people want to find you online, where can they do so?
My TikTok is Viola Fagan, and my Instagram is Scrub Hats and More by Joy.
Guys, if you want to follow me, it's Chris W. Fagan on all socials or at T3 Media Studios. Guys, hit the like, subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think. We'll see you next time. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Till next time, guys, have a good one. Peace. Thank you guys for watching our video. I really do appreciate it. Remember, you can support our show by becoming a member or a patron. So click the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you'll never miss out on when we go live or post new content. Let's stay connected, grow this community together. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's keep talking.